the first thing you need to know about balancing your stress or reducing your stress is that your nervous system is an important component. It's not just your thoughts that you need to deal with or setting boundaries with activities or demands on your life, but you need to understand your own physiology in order to be able to master and balance its branches, which are the sympathetic branch or the accelerator in the body, as well as the parasympathetic branch, which is the brake for our nervous system. And if you look behind me, you see that the vagus nerve, as well as other nerves that are implicated in the functioning of the autonomic or automatic nervous system, that's operating below the level of your conscious thought. It's happening automatically, and it is influenced by your thoughts, so that is important to know. This is affecting all of your organs. And so what you might notice when you begin to become activated, the first thing you might be aware of is that your heart rate accelerates. You might begin to breathe a little more shallow, and things are just speeding up and constricting. So there's a constriction in the blood vessels as well as the muscles of action, starting with the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the legs, and blood flow moves away from the organs towards the periphery in order to mobilize for action. The problem is that a lot of times we are not utilizing that energy. And so therefore that activation is cycling in your body. Your organs are getting reduced blood flow. Things are constricted. Digestion becomes impaired, more difficult. You might experience fatigue and insomnia. You might have difficulty relating to other people and feel threatened easily and misinterpret people's intentions. So as you see, high sympathetic arousal can be quite disruptive to normal functioning. So we need to begin to engage our capacity to slow down that activation and allow the body to discharge that activation, which would come in the form of trembling, sweating, tears, heat in the body. And just know that these are just signs that your body is releasing some of that excess arousal in the sympathetic branch of your nervous system. So it's nothing to be afraid of or to judge or to stop. In fact, you want to encourage it. Because if left unchecked, what happens next is that the vagus nerve will, rather than a slow release, will go into high activation in the shutdown mode in order to put a stop to the excess sympathetic arousal. And so that's when you might feel like you want to collapse, you have no energy to get off the couch, you might feel symptoms of depression. In fact, some people report having both. They might feel the revving in the nervous system as anxiety with this superimposed lethargy and fatigue, and then they cannot, they feel wired and tired. And so we really want to avoid those states and avoid the extreme shutdown mode, which really impedes the flow of life. So I think the most important takeaway is that the way that your nervous system releases stress is through heat, sweating. So sweaty palms and sweaty armpits are actually a sign that your body's moving towards discharging activation. Shakiness and trembling, even in the core, like a vibration, even in the jaw, just allow it. It's a very normal way of coming out of extreme stress. as well as tears. We pathologize tears. We think tears should not be allowed in men or in women. And so we really want to understand that when tears begin to flow, that's another way in which our body's intelligence is helping us reset. So allow the tears and wait until they naturally stop, any of these signs. And when they naturally stop, the body will probably take a deep breath and exhale or sigh, and you will be reset and you will feel calm. You will feel like you want to just rest, but it's not the same lethargy of the shutdown. So I hope you will invite those discharge signs and trust the intelligence of your body.